Good morning, everyone. It's June 26th, and it's our June Climate Change Commission meeting for the City and County of Honolulu. Welcome, everyone. We are streaming live, and we are in person at Frank Rossi Building. Okay, now we're going to start the meeting and do roll call, please.
Good morning, Commissioners. Your roll call is as follows. Chair Islam,
Present.
Vice Chair Otsuka,
Present.
Commissioner Olson,
Present.
Commissioner Romine,
Present.
Commissioner Ma.
Absent.
That concludes your roll call.
Great. Thank you, Maya. Before we get to the next agenda item, I would just like to make an announcement regarding Commissioner Ma. She tendered her resignation on June 23rd. She has accepted a position to be Executive Director and Legal Counsel for the City and County of Honolulu Ethics Commission. So it's an amazing opportunity for Commissioner Ma. We congratulate her on this to work on sort of good government. And so we do believe we will be crossing paths as her, but she felt it was appropriate to tender her resignation. So Commissioner Ma is no longer with the commission and therefore not present today. So, okay, moving on. Roll call's good. Looks like we have quorum. Thank you, Maya. We are going to move on to our item number 3, which is approval of the May 29th meeting minutes. Thank you, the Resiliency Office, for putting this together. Commissioners, have you had a chance to review this? Any questions or concerns? Commissioner Olson.
Yeah, I had just a clarification. In point 7, it says it's recommended that the commissioners take a look at 121, but I have no idea what that. My memory is not that long. I have no idea what that refers to.
Yeah, I think, we can expand it, but 121 refers to creating a reconstruction ordinance. So that was regarding to ask the commission, what could the commission do to support, the long-term disaster recovery sort of framework. So that's what 121 is. But I think we can make an amendment and add that sort of clarification to what 121 is into the meeting minutes. Maya, do you know the official title of 121? We can just sort of insert that and we can have that as part of the motion if the meeting minutes are approved.
Don't have it on me right now, but we can put it into the chat when we find out. And I think Sarah's on this call, who is the program manager.
Got it. Okay.
I'll add it to the chat right now.
Thank you so much, Sarah. All right. Any other comments or corrections or clarifications to our May 29th meeting minutes? Okay, then, if this looks good and we have the clarification from Commissioner Olson to add the appropriate title next to number 121 as part of item 7, and then Sarah just added, so 121 is adopting a disaster framework, reconstruction framework ordinance. This is from Appendix A of the city's long-term disaster recovery plan. So the motion could be approve the May 29 meeting minutes with the addition to item 7 to add and clarify point 1.2.1 to be named 1.2.1, adopting a disaster reconstruction framework ordinance. This is from Appendix A of the city's long-term disaster recovery plan.
I move to approve with that clarification.
Thanks, Commissioner Olson.
Second that.
Thank you, Commissioner Romine. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye. Excellent. Okay, so the meeting minutes from May are approved. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, moving on to item number 4, a report from our director, Dr. Kealoha Fox.
Thank you, Chair Islam, and good morning, Commissioners. I want to
share screen really quick. And as I do that, introduce and welcome Havan Blair, who is CCSR's new office manager and will be taking over the commission as part of one of his core projects here in service to our agency and in service to the commission. So welcome Havan to his first City Climate Commission meeting. And as I hope you see on your screen, in lieu of my kind of updates of where we've been for the month, I wanted to actually share updates of where we've been for the fiscal year. On Tuesday at 4:30 p.m., the City and County of Honolulu concludes fiscal year 2026. And as I've spent the weekend reflecting on our summer solstice, as we've gone into what is the end of a very busy year of CCSR, I was actually really looking to a lot of the bright spots. I think in our work and in our sector, we constantly face and are confronted with the fears and the challenges and the obstacles that these sectors and these projects bring to us. But for me, I always try to find the hope and I try to find the optimism of what are we actually doing about it and what actions are creating change. And so as part of my leave, I put together this document and just wanted to share some of the highlights with you all, Chair, and really start with people and our leadership and our team and the organizational culture. And this year brought significant expansion, starting from last year, July 1, we've welcomed Karen, Maddie, Matt, Chris, Jackie, Caitlin, Samantha, and Havan, and they're profoundly expanding the heart and the power of CCSR's team. We've successfully worked with 2 fellowship programs and seen the outstanding contributions of Claire and Madeline and Matisse, who we continue to miss, but we thank them for their work, and their work continues to live on in the Resilience Office. And right now, for the first time, CCSR is hosting 4 high school summer sustainability interns, Maile, Keelan, Kyla, and Katone. And this is a great opportunity for us to make sure that the future that we're investing in is powered by youth voices. And they're spending their high school summer with us, which means they could be doing anything else, but they're very committed to sustainability. Of course, I made my own transition, and Deputy Director Tricia Dang made hers as well. We worked on welcoming Commissioner Ma. We also welcomed the Ahuiho to Commissioner Ma as well this week. Commissioner Romine, congratulations on your reappointment, and thank you again for committing to serve another 5 years in volunteer to the City and County of Honolulu. And we've continued to strengthen relationships, and thank you, Chair Islam and Vice Chair Otsuka, for helping us find ways to better collaborate and coordinate together. There's been so many ways that each of the individuals in our programs have grown in their own capacity and their own leadership and service. And so I just want to really also call out Haley, Alex, Emily, Sarah, Chloe, Chris, Victor, who have been accepted into leadership programs, and they're really not only committed to professional development to themselves, but they're a part of networks and they're a part of systems where they're not having conversations in echo chambers, but they're really facilitating dialogue across so many different groups and generations and topics. And so congratulations to all of them, because they have really been a part of what it means to not only lead within, but lead outside for all of Hawaii as well. We've been really focused on a strong organizational culture here, and this is a shift we committed to as a team, not just a group that works together as a function and the purpose of what an agency is supposed to do, but we adopted CCSR core values around safety and supportiveness, respect, transparency, trust, consistency, fairness, accountability, growth, curiosity, learning, and, you know, trying to have some fun in the process too. Work can be fun, and who we get to work with can be also very enjoyable. And so thanks to the team for helping us lead the way. And this is not just a place that we go to in the morning from 7:45 to 4:30. This is a place that is turning into and activating the behaviors and the values of teamwork through a lot of different ways. I'll share that our organizational growth and capacity has been really at its highest levels ever, expanding the resources and capacities. This is the highest budget that CCSR has ever had in history, and we turned 10 years old in November. We're at around $6 million this year. When we look at our operating budgets and our climate resiliency fund appropriations by council, and then of course the external grant awards that we have been successfully awarded and that we have successfully bid on. We have the lowest lapse fund rate in CCSR's history as well. And this really speaks to the financial prudence that we are doing in public service and really using our budgets as a policy promise to the public resources that we are being entrusted to steward. We continue to work on really large efforts around the Department of Energy's EECBG work, the Municipal Investment Fund, and we're expanding our partnerships with entities like ICLEI and the Harold K. Castle Foundation. We've been really focused on modernizing operations across the city and making sure that we're staying updated with the latest policies and regulations at the same time, while pushing some of those policy strategies ourselves. And so that has included 2 years of the firm updates and the official launch led by our hazards team that just went live this month. Our focus and work really around improving the Better Buildings benchmarking program with a 378% increase in compliance and reporting. I really smiled when I looked at where we were exactly 1 year ago and where we are today. And these are the type of tremendous results that we're seeing because of the team members we have here working within CCSR. We've won awards along the way, and we've launched important planning efforts as well. We're building community resilience across the island, but we're also doing it within our networks. CCSR was named, as some of you had learned earlier in the year, we were named part of a Race to Resilience Culture global program as one of 31 cities participating in what it looks like to partner together to have culture at the heart of how climate resilience can actually facilitate positive strengths and bonds and build long-term collective action. And our sister cities are Cape Coast and Freetown. And we're very pleased to be a part of these types of networks, not only with ICLEI, but Bloomberg Philanthropies, and working with folks all around the world, as a matter of fact, who share those same commitments that we do. We've expanded a number of strategic partnerships using policy and intergovernmental collaborations, I think at the highest rate ever that you've really seen from our agency. We've fully executed new intergovernmental agreements with the Hawaii Green Infrastructure Authority, who we've worked with now on 2 projects, this Municipal Investment Fund, public-private partnership through our energy program, and then cesspool conversion around building the state's first ever revolving loan program through our Climate Resiliency Fund and our coastal and water programs. We have a brand new fully executed intergovernmental agreement with the Hawaii State Department of Health supporting agroforestry initiatives through our food security and sustainability program. And we're very lucky to be working with SOEST on a brand new MOA around Indigenous science monitoring at the same time. We've strengthened a lot of collaborations around legislative and policy advancements. We testified on 15 bills this session, and we've been advocating for months now on the charter amendment process for Proposal 224, which would help the agency be able to administer and manage public grants with our climate resiliency fund. And one of the things that we're doing is making sure that we're not just a leader within our own projects and programs, but we're helping to steward and facilitate and plan with our sister agencies as well. And so a lot of that has been new inroads and successes with DPP and DFM and DPR, DEM, DCS, DTS, DHLM, and DDC. So many acronyms, but behind those acronyms is countless hours of work and emails and meetings and building up relationships to make sure that we don't just step in and take over in the work that we're doing, but that we help to amplify and stand up and to build their capacity too for long-term sustainability changes and policies that the city can be doing. Of course, we've talked a lot about our climate resiliency fund, but I want to just share some of the inroads that we've made with community engagement, communications, and public impact. We've really taken a close look at how our messages and our stories don't just reach industry experts and subject matter expertise, but really reach the public as a whole. And so we're very proud of our 8th annual sustainability report that transitioned to Power BI for the first time. All of the media requests that we've been attending to, our team has contributed to over 100 public events on nights and weekends and holidays. This is outside normal business hours because our team cares so much to make sure that we're out there and that we're sharing our resources and we're answering questions directly of you as the public. And we've successfully reached some of our record high levels with how do we engage across multiple channels and platforms and think really creatively that we can do this through multiple strategies all at the same time. And then I'll finally just end that right now, our CCSR team is being represented across 41 organizational bodies of boards and commissions and task forces and working groups and WHOIs, again, all on top of their position descriptions. This is our ability to share our voices and our recommendations across diverse local, regional, national, and international networks. And so I hope, Commission, that you are just as proud to see this information as I was kind of pinning it together. And I'll just finally end and close with a hearty thanks to the entire Resilience Office team, past and present, that have really invested in these bright spots. This is a fabulous way to close fiscal year 2026. And I thank each and every one of you for what you're contributing. And I thank you as the commissioner to help lead and guide us, just as you has always done from the very beginning of the creation of our organization. I'll go ahead and pause there, Chair, but I do hope that this brings a smile on everybody's face this Friday.
Thank you, Director Fox. This was just amazing. I was just in awe and just so happy to see all the amazing and excellent work that the office continues to do. You guys are a force of change and I love it. This is a great way to really kind of start our Friday and kick us off for the weekend. But I just want to thank you and thank the office for just continuing to do this amazing, amazing work. And it's so great to see the excellence of your leadership through different agencies and through different organizations. I mean, it just shows that all of this is all connected, right, in this global world, and we have something to offer, and so it's amazing. I just want to add, I personally love seeing the high school interns. I thought that was excellent, and it's such a great way to foster next generation. So thank you so much for this recap of the end of the year. Commissioners.
I'll jump in and just echo the thanks and congratulations for finishing another great year, fiscal year there at the Resilience Office. As a member of the community here, Honolulu, we're so lucky to have this capacity, and it's amazing what can get done when you have such a great group of people like you all have. So yeah, we're really lucky, blessed. Yeah, thanks everybody there for your hard work, and thanks for the summary, the rundown, Director Fox. I don't know if we can get a copy of that document. It'd be great just to have for our information. We would appreciate that if we can. Mahalo.
Great, thank you, Commissioner Mine. I'll just read a few comments from the other commissioners in the chat. From Commissioner Olson, fantastic job, team. From Vice Chair Otsuka, she's losing her voice, so she just wanted to say how amazing all of your accomplishments, and thank you for documenting it. I wanted to be able to particularly say that I'm thrilled to see all the interdepartmental collaboration. We need more of that. Happy face emoji. So, awesome. Any comments or questions from the public? Okay, hearing nothing. Thank you again, Dr. Fox. Thank you, Resiliency Office, for the amazing work. Keep it up. Let us know how we can help, but you guys are doing amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, moving onwards. We have nothing for item 5, which is our old business, so we're going to move on to item 6, which is new business. And the first one is a presentation and discussion on the commission letter and comments to the City and County of Honolulu's Oahu Food Systems Plan, the draft. We were fortunate enough to get a preview of the draft and engage in an interactive workshop with Jason Shawn, who's leading this effort at our May 29th meeting. So the commission has reviewed the draft plan, which is open right now for public comment until June 30th. So Commissioner Olson and Commissioner Romine, I have the plan or the letter that I can share screen. I don't know if you guys want to share screen and drive any of reading through the letter since you guys composed it. Happy to do whatever is the easiest.
I'm fine. Brad, do you want to read through it? He really took the lead on writing it, the initial draft.
Okay, I'll share my screen then, Brad, if that's easier for you.
Yeah, are you suggesting that I read the letter
Oh, just a
live here?
summary. You don't have to read the letter. No, we all can
Okay.
read, but like a summary of the letter. It was all in the commissioner's packets and the board packets, but typically we just kind of give a general, high level of what the letter is comprised
Gotcha.
of.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me share my
Thank you.
screen. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Chair. Yeah, so this is a draft letter in response from the commission responding to the open comment period on the city's draft Oahu Food Systems Plan. Again, mahalo to the whole team that put this plan together. We summarized some of the main aims of this plan, which I think we're very supportive of as a team, advancing actionable solutions, supporting strategic coordination and fostering community trust through this plan. With the letter, we highlighted a few of the kind of comments, recommendations that rose to the top in an Excel spreadsheet that also accompanies this, that collected the comments received. So we highlighted a few of those, and I'll just briefly walk through those. There was one comment from at least one commissioner about maybe connecting better to the University of Hawaii College of Tropical Agriculture and Human Resilience. I don't think we saw mention of that in the plan, and they're really a key center at the university for education, research, and extension around topics, many of the topics that the plan covers. The second bullet there around strategy 9, strengthening emergency food preparedness and elsewhere, we saw maybe an opportunity to better connect that strategy with the Oahu Resilience Strategy, particularly Action 15 around resilience hubs networks. There was a lot of discussion about food hubs in there, but I didn't see particular mention of the resilience hubs concept and networks in there. So maybe an opportunity there, unless we missed it. There was an action 1.8, integrate food access into transit-oriented development. And there were some comments about including working with the Department of Planning and Permitting's TOD division to ensure zoning in each of the TOD areas supports these goals. Further, related to improving multimodal access to food, current and future work, there was a recommendation to add strategies here that encompass working with the Hawaii Department of Transportation, state as they continue to also prioritize their 5-year multimodal network. So maybe another opportunity for coordination there. Strategy 1, increase access to nutritious, affordable food by addressing systemic drivers of food and economic insecurity. It looks like we're missing a word of there. Consider exploring what city-run grocery stores might look like. And further, I guess there's an example of that from New York City. I'm not familiar with that, but maybe an option there. Also, and/or exploring potential tax benefits, incentives. Really, this is about trying to get healthy foods into communities that don't have as much access to grocery stores and healthy foods. Action 6.2, leverage the Clean Water Natural Lands Fund to protect agricultural lands. There's there was a recommendation to consider describing how that fund might also be leveraged to protect and restore riparian corridors, our stream watersheds, including in urban and suburban settings for multiple benefits, reducing flood hazards, improving water quality, and possibly also improving access to irrigation for culturally grounded food practices like lo'ikalo and agroforestry. Last comment we highlighted there was that one. Okay. And then we point to the spreadsheet for our full list of comments. So again, mahalo to the office for all the work on this wonderful plan. It's a great goal setting, strategy setting list in there. And yeah, really enjoyed reading through it and really appreciate the work on it.
Wonderful. And I will just say I was late in submitting my comments. And so to the office, I have submitted my comments on Caveo. So I've added them there. I just really enjoyed reading through the plan. I would love to dive into this further with you guys to help on anything that's related to kind of the built environment. But I noted particular things. I love the discussion of the agricultural land inventory. I thought it might be also interesting to do an inventory of city-owned buildings that are vacant or underutilized to look at different aspects of establishing food systems, vertical gardens, further utilizing our rooftops, just because we know that the availability of agricultural land is limited and we have this sort of, challenge where we want to do a lot of things within our island network. So I think just better assessment of that. I will say I was pleasantly surprised and happy to see discussion on use of alternate water. And I know that's a big administrative challenge on a statewide, but I love the discussion on the water stretch code. So I would love to see the city take a lead on that and maybe try and address some of the administrative hurdles that we are currently seeing. I think it relates to this larger discussion, not just about food security and establishing a food system for the island, but it also looks at sort of water resource conservation, which we definitely need moving forward. So I thought those are great things. I've added my comments to Conveo, but I just wanted to say that's why I don't have comments, and I was personally late. So um, that said, commissioners, do you have any comments to the letter or the Excel? This is kind of our typical format that we have been using to comment on documents, whether from the city or the state. I'm seeing silence. I think this looks good. Okay, so we officially need to vote and approve on this to deliver this to the city, to the resiliency office. So if I could get a motion, oh, go ahead, Dr. Fox.
Thank you, Chair Islam. Just for procedurally prior to the vote, I just wanted
Yeah.
to make sure we do have Jason Sean
Oh,
online,
yes, yeah.
who is the program manager and helping. He's our city's food planner. I just want to make sure that Jason caught everything so far prior to the vote, and if he has any clarifying questions for you before we mark it in the minutes.
Thank you, Director Fox. I completely missed that. Jason, hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you. No concerns or questions at this time. I just wanted to say thank you very much. This will really help us improve the plan. So far, we've gotten over 200 comments, and they've really helped to hone and make the plan much better than it is in the draft form. And so I'm really looking forward to diving in. Thank you.
Great, thanks, Jason. It is a very good plan, and it's very exciting to read it and to see what comes from it. So excellent work. Before we do that, maybe I'll ask for comments from the public, and then we can kind of go to a vote. Any comments from the public regarding our letter or our comments? Please feel free to raise your hand if you're online, or Maya, I don't know if you have anything in the chat. Okay, no comments. Okay, commissioners, back to you. So in order for us to officially transmit this to the Resiliency Office, we do need a vote on it. So we have to make a motion, vote it, and then both Kiana and I will then sign it and then transmit the letter with the comments attached to it.
I move to accept and transmit the letter.
Thank you, Commissioner Ryan.
I second that.
Great. Thank you, Commissioner Olson. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Great. Well, thank you, commissioners. Jason, we'll get this to you by Monday, no later. Kiana and I just need to formally sign this on. So thank you so much for the excellent work. We look forward to hearing more and to just kind of supporting this in any way we can. Thank you so much. Okay. Let me get my blue beam back up. Okay. Moving on, we are now on item 6B, which is a presentation and discussion, a recap of the long-term disaster recovery plan 2024 to 2029 presentation to the Climate Change Commission that was made on May 29th. Thank you, Sarah, for just giving an excellent kind of overview of the plan and a little sort of segue into how the plan was utilized for the Kona Low. We also had an interactive workshop at our May in-person meeting, and we came out with a lot of excellent ideas and next steps. I'm hoping that you can give us a high-level recap and maybe reshare what the Commission has kind of identified they would support the office on. So good morning, Sarah. Welcome.
Good morning, Chair Islam. Thank you. And thank you again for the opportunity last month to do this event with you all. It was really great and we really appreciated the opportunity. So just a quick summary of what we did at the last meeting on May 29th was that our office did a very brief presentation to the commissioners of what the city's long-term disaster recovery plan is. After that, we broke into 4 breakout groups where our team, the hazards team, asked everyone to look at Appendix A and really think about, we provided a little scenario of if another Kona Low event were to happen 12 months from now, what are a minimum of 3 priority actions we could do that would really help mitigate the most risk between now and then. And so there was a lot of really good and lively discussion between all of the different breakout groups. Everyone picked their top 3. And then we kind of came back as a group, discussed those, and then we asked everyone to go back to their groups and pick one from their top 3 that they felt the Climate Commission could really help advance to do it over the next year or the next coming years. And out of that, 3 out of the 4 groups chose 1.2.1. So thank you, Commissioner Olson, for asking what that was again, which was to adopt a reconstruction framework ordinance. So following that, we all came back, had discussion around it, and it was decided that this is an area where the Climate Change Commission and CCSR could start to work a little bit more collaboratively, begin to just maybe do some of that background research on best practices, what other communities may be doing in this space, and just get a little bit more informed of what this might look like, and then what the next steps might be within the city of how we would maybe want to advance something like that. So I think that's probably a good summary, but if there are any questions or anything I missed, please let me know.
Thank you, Sarah. I think that was a really good summary. I think you covered the high points. Commissioners, is there anything that you think was missed or anything you want to expand on? I think the big takeaway was that we all generally unanimously agreed that 1.21, developing a reconstruction framework, was highly needed. And that's something that the commissioners and the commission could support the office on. So I guess I'm just going to take this segue to our next item, if that's okay with the commissioners, is an action vote on this, right? We had discussed that this is something that we would like to work with the office on, work with Sarah and her team on, just because we're seeing more of these hazards occur, right? And so now that we're convening here live with the public available, we can take a vote on whether or not we do want to support this and give some further kind of research and thought to what a reconstruction framework could look like for the city. I think recognizing all the hazards that potentially we might see the conversation is always centered around the recent Kona low, but we know there are other sort of hazards that we should be kind of looking at as well too. So um, with that said, do we want to have any discussion before we talk about this? You know, what this could look like for the commission? Um, who would like to investigate this? Or typically we work in pairs to investigate this topic. Um, so I'm opening the floor up to the commission so we can kind of have some dialogue on this. As an architect, I'm really interested in this topic. I think it's really necessary, you know, having experienced seeing what the city has done in terms of recovering, right, both immediate recovery and kind of the long-term planning. I definitely do think some examples from other places, but also giving some a framing of how we can potentially expedite or give the tools necessary for the city and then also for our community kind of to do sort of scaled recovery building would be helpful. So I would love to put my hat in there as providing some thought to that. Commissioner Osuka.
I was just gonna say kind of, I think where we left off on our conversation was that you and Commissioner Ma might lead this item. But now that Commissioner Ma is not here, from like the legal side, I'm not sure who might be best to lead this with you, Chair. So that's all I was gonna add, but you sort of beat me to it.
Thank you, Commissioner Osuka. Commissioner Romain.
I have some background, some experience related to this topic. I'd be happy to work with you, Chair, in this. To begin, I'm just kind of wondering, though, maybe this is for the group to discuss what form, what type of document is this? A letter we're talking about? Is this a short kind of guidance piece, informational piece we're talking about? I think we want to be timely on this and not take too long to get this back to the city. And I guess while I'm also thinking out loud here, some more discussions, perhaps with Sarah, others in the office, if we can, about where the gaps are and where we can really help there. But happy to help with this effort, Chair.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Romain.
Yeah.
So thoughts on the timing? I think you brought up excellent points, timing and kind of what this document or what this framework delivery, basically delivery product looks like, right? I'll just share my initial thoughts. Timing, I think, is really important. You know, one of the things that was tied to 1.21, it was really about developing an ordinance, right? Providing basically our role would be how I saw it, some sort of context, some background research or framing that would then be delivered, excuse me, to the office and to the city where they can kind of think about how could this be translated to a policy, right? That would be adopted as an ordinance. So I think it's really about timing. Is it a 1 year cadence where we'd like to ideally see something like this adopted into ordinance? Or is it a quicker timeline, right? Um, Sarah, if I could bring you back online, do you have any particular thoughts on cadence, like the timing of this and when, um, you know, because we know these, like right now, for example, we're in hurricane season, right? We know particularly something like the Kona low is going to happen very soon after hurricane season. So these things constantly occur. What are your thoughts on timing?
I think the timing question in terms of the ordinance is a little bit more challenging because our office would likely not be the owners of this ordinance. We would
Okay.
want and need to work with other city departments. Primarily, my first thought is our Department of Planning and Permitting. So I would not be comfortable affixing a timeline for that at this point in time, as we have not had conversations with them. In terms of the initial background and beginning some of those conversations, I do think that we would have a little more control over the timing of that. And that would be probably more appropriate for us to focus on with the commission, is really more what you all feel would be value adding to provide to us that we could then work with other departments on advancing. To your point, I do think if that's something that would be a priority for the commission, our team would be happy to work with you in that space. I'm sorry, I'm got like a house being built by me, so it's really loud. I'm apologizing for that. Um, but yes, I think that might be a better timing focus is really more on what the commission feels is their own priority is how this would fit within that, and then just focusing on that initial kind of background research.
Okay. Okay. Um, Thoughts, commissioners? I think perhaps we could start. Maybe Brad, you and I, we should schedule a meeting with Sarah or Director Fox. Go.
Yeah, no, thank you, Sarah, for providing the details on how we work alongside our agency partners on any policy development. Maybe as the commission considers the timeline and the scope, I can offer a little bit more details on generally the council timeline that we operate within here. So this is a great time to be thinking about what the scope would be and what the cadence would look like towards what you might want to accomplish and how many ever months or years that this might take the form of depending on the deliverables. So between now and December is really a great time to do whatever form of research and data gathering and fact finding and writing and synthesizing so that we can have simultaneous conversations to provide that expertise with our sister agencies. By the time we turn the corner and council does recess through December into January, by the time the council does reopen in 2027 at the end of January, we have an earlier window at the beginning of each calendar year prior to the start of the budget hearings. And I will say that generally once the budget hearings start in March, April, May, and June, it's very, very unlikely that you will see a first reading of any new ordinance around topics that aren't directly related to some of the core investments for operational and capital improvement projects. And so I would just say maybe keep that in mind as we think about where do you want to be in 6 months? Where do you want to be in 12 months? And then how can your deliverables and conversations match that typical council timeline that we do take around here?
That was very helpful. Thank you, Dr. Fox. With that, I might want to suggest something, Brad, and let me know what you think. I think we do the first scoping meeting with Sarah to kind of just suss out where we want to focus our initial energies. And then from there, I think we can kind of determine what might be a good timeline. We can come back to the commission and propose that timeline. I think if our schedules allowed, if it's allowed within the commission, because this would have to go through a review and voting process with the commission, right? It would be great to kind of have something by the end of the year, just because then that shows the sense of urgency, right? And with that, that could then tailor kind of the size of the document as well too, of kind of critical meat of information, right? Like what particularly do we need to, when we know like one of the clear outputs is potentially an ordinance, right? And then maybe it's the beginning of a more in-depth paper of something else. So it could be really like a brief. So that's my initial thoughts. I'm not sure what you think or what the other commissioners think about that, but I do appreciate hearing this timeline. It was super, super helpful. I always thought the city ran 24/7, the council. That's good to know they have a recess.
Only about 1 month. So
yeah, I know.
we do give them that. Yeah.
I know. Commissioner Romine.
I like what you suggested there, Chair. That sounds good. If Sarah is willing and available, yeah, maybe a first chat with Sarah would be, I think, a good place to start. I agree. And yeah, I like having a target now towards the end of this calendar year. I think could work really well. And yeah, Sarah, as you started to describe, and as Director Fox was describing, start maybe with Sarah if she's willing, and then maybe that leads to another meeting or few with some other folks from other departments, DPP or others that overlap with this topic. It would be really informative for us too. So mahalo.
Just adding on that, I think it would be good if, again, Sarah, if you're willing to meet with us and on the topic of interagency, if we could just maybe learn a little bit of how the recovery process went with the Kona Low, using it as kind of like our baseline, right? So, but Sarah, I saw
Yes.
you come online. Yeah.
Yes, we would be happy to meet with you. Thank you. And we really appreciate you guys and your interest in this. So thank you.
Okay. So we'll start an email with you, Sarah, just to kind of coordinate a first meeting. Awesome. So we had a lot of really good discussion. So we still need a vote on this, that we're going to do it because we have it as an action item. So I'll make the motion and someone can support it. I make a motion that the Climate Commission support the Resiliency Office in developing kind of a framework to support Appendix Item A 1.2.1 to develop a reconstruction framework that may potentially become an ordinance for the City and County of Honolulu.
Well, second.
Thank you, Commissioner Olson. Awesome. Great. Thank you so much. All in favor, please say aye. I think we're all in favor.
Aye.
Aye. Excellent. Okay, we have officially agreed on a topic to work on. Excellent. Okay, any comments from our public on our action item? All right. No comments. Thanks, Maya. Okay, moving right along. This brings us to item number C. So as I think you guys have seen, the theme for today's meeting is a follow-up to all the discussion that we had in May, really because it's an opportunity for us to take action on this. We did have a discussion at our main meeting about potential topics that the commission could further research, whether, kind of really under this, I'm going to call it a broad umbrella of guidance documents, which is related to our charter, right? How do we present the latest science and trends to support and inform the executive offices, City County of Honolulu? So there were various topics that we had presented at the meeting. But I also want to add to this, and Commissioner Olson, please chime in on it. We have an opportunity that has been offered to us from the university, where some of these ideas that we are brainstorming could be supported by graduate research courses or kind of two-year capstone projects, things like that. Commissioner Olson is one of the professors of one of the courses. So I don't know, Commissioner Olson, if you want to share a little bit about this opportunity as well too. And it just to kind of, we're sharing this to you, Commissioner, so you know that there is some capacity behind this sort of ask, right? Because I know those are some of the potential challenges as well.
Yeah, thank you. Well, the university has a number of different mechanisms where I hope that we could have win-win actions where it would reinforce some of the analytical capacity. Students need projects in courses, so semester-long courses. And we also have students in various degree programs who might need capstone projects and even theses and all students love to have a real world applicability to their projects and to get feedback from policymakers, decision makers to get it out of the academic realm. So the course that I teach and will be teaching in the spring is on environmental policy analysis. Very briefly, this kind of takes on an economic worldview where we look at environmental problems from an economic perspective, thinking of when, for instance, agents take action, but then it results in negative actions on third parties. That's called an externality in economic jargon. So, how do we fix those from a public policy perspective? And so in the past, students have taken on projects related to everything from cesspools to food to transportation questions. So it's really a wide variety, and I provide the kind of analytical framework. And so there are a lot of topics I think that perhaps this would be a good way to get information in a really contained and structured way to the different change makers on your team, Director Fox. So I've already talked a little bit with Sarah and Matt, and but that's one opportunity that I would welcome conversations over the coming, a few months to structure those projects for students. The other opportunity is within the Natural Resources Environmental Management Department is we have Masters of Environmental Management students who seek capstone projects. And so we can always circulate different topics and contact people for them to develop a capstone project. These are generally more a longer term, so a year and a half or so that they develop the project and implement it. And then lastly, McKenna Kaufman, a former commission member, and Professor Michael Bruno are teaching a climate policy class this fall. And they were also looking for a couple of projects for student groups to work on. So those are the opportunities, and then we can have a discussion about the path forward to further develop project ideas.
Great. Thanks, Commissioner Olson, for that sort of summary. What I would love to do is have a discussion on these possible topics with the academic year starting soon. I would love to walk away at least with some initial topics that we could share with Commissioner Olson and Dr. Kaufman and Dr. Bruno, so that they can kind of look at this list, see which one might be of interest to their classes, and kind of just use as an initial sort of research study that potentially the commissioners could collaborate with on and maybe further develop as necessary. So I will share, I don't know if you guys have it, but the list that I shared at our May meeting, and this list is generated really from, in our past guidance documents, one of the sort of sections in there is always additional research that's maybe necessary. So that's really what the first two columns are. The last column are topics that have come up in our discussion. We have already voted on item 5 of other suggested topics, so we kind of have that covered. But just something to kind of spur conversations. It doesn't have to be anything from this list. But I do like the lens in both of these, I'm going to call them courses, with sort of the lens to policy, right? Because I think that's where we sort of see action really happening. Policy needs to be revised, or new policy needs to be created to enable these things to occur. One thing that I like from your courses, Dr. Olson, is the economic perspective. I think I shared with you an email that I think there's a lot of examples that have occurred outside of Hawaii, right? But we know that Hawaii is a unique place, just from an economic standpoint, but also from geographic sort of standpoint. And so a lot of these concepts, although they might work, they may not be technically feasible. I would love to see some ideas tested on kind of the built environment to really on core development areas that I think are our opportunities, like our TOD development zones, especially when they cross over in flooding areas. I think there's great opportunity in testing the feasibility of district solutions for wastewater, alternative water systems, energy sources, food systems in there, because I do believe our systems, our municipal systems are really stressed. And so I think the way to make us much more resilient is to look at these nodes of basically investment of capital money to be examples of smarter, sustainable, resilient development, right? If we're not going to put it in the first cost, they're never going to get in. And then looking at ways of also applying this to different scales of housing. I think there are small scale solutions that we can incorporate into small residential homes, single family, detached, attached, right? But the big bang is really these multifamily developments where we know we're going to need them at different scales in Honolulu, but also at different scales in different counties in the state. So um, I know I just rambled some ideas to you, Commissioner Olson, but I think those would be interesting test points because I do think they, at least in my opinion, require some policy creation to support that. So I'm going to stop, but I would love this to be just kind of a continuation of the conversation we had in May. Um, Commissioner Olsuka.
So to clarify, we're trying to discuss and then eventually vote on possible guidance document topics. Is that right?
Guidance topics, yeah,
Okay.
list of topics that one we could offer to the university to see what might be of interest in their courses. And then also too, I think it'd be lovely to see if there's some cross collaboration with the commission as well too. Um, just to use, for example, what we agreed in our previous agenda topic, creating sort of a brief, right? It could be that the university creates a brief or we create a brief and give it to the university, whatever, vice versa. But it becomes a basis for further investigation, right? Um, I think the main outcome is generating a list of topics that we truly feel is important that we investigate within this, next year, maybe 2-year time frame, right? Um, if there's some action that can come from it, that's excellent, right? But I think really developing these ideas, the two in this left column and the middle column, they were from previous documents that were developed probably now 3-4 years ago, but they still have value. I see there still is value in these topics. So, um, yeah, just a list, right? And we can share this list with multiple parties.
Can I
Commissioner
ask one
Sukup,
more question? Yeah.
of course,
Um,
yeah,
Commissioner
discussion.
Olson, I wanted to hear from you a couple of things. Like one, have the students expressed interest in any of these topics? And then two, are any of these like your area of expertise or any of your colleagues at UH's area of expertise or interest?
Yeah, good question. So we don't have the students enrolled yet, right? Because they're future classes. So generally, what I've tried to do is have a diversity of projects. And sometimes you have students in the classes who want to stick close to their interests, right? And so maybe they come in with a background on invasive species and they only want to do a project related to invasive species. But then others will be excited to embark on an energy related project, for instance, right? So it's really hard to predict. So I tend to have a diversity of topics. That what's common to the my class at least is the scaffolding of the analytical framework, right? And then it doesn't really matter. That's the point of them learning. It's less about the subject matter they're applying it to, right? So we could come up with a handful of them, and then part of their role is to seek out the knowledge, right? To be able to do the analysis. So they're not expected to be subject matter experts, but they find it quickly and read up on it quickly. So yeah, I'm juggling different documents, trying to go back and think about crosswalking what's on what we're putting on the screen in terms of topics and thinking through them and thinking which ones would be good candidates. But it does take some development, and so I was actually going to say that I think we can. I would love to hear from the staff too. Who's interested in further developing some projects on some topics where they are student projects. So a caveat is that, this is one course that the students will be taking in a semester, and it will, course projects need to be scoped appropriately, right? For everybody to be satisfied, the expectation of how many hours a student team will be spending on it, right? And what you're going to get out at the end. Capstones, are quite a lot larger. Yeah, I'm interested to hear where the team could think of ideas.
Commissioner Olson, before we go there, I'm going to turn over to Commissioner Romine. Commissioner Romine?
Yeah, mahalo. I've mentioned this in a number of our previous meetings, and just since we're on this topic again, though, we have talked about reopening the sea level rise guidance numerous times in the past year plus, and I just want to remind folks that the timing for that, I think, is good. That we should consider that as well. We are embarking on the process of updating the state sea level rise vulnerability and adaptation report. By statute, that's due to the state legislature at the end of 2027, so a year from this December. So I think there's a lot of opportunity with that effort to bring the city's sea level rise guidance up to date, and see where there's overlaps, the recommendations, some of the updated science that'll be coming out of that state effort. I'm helping to coordinate that in my Sea Grant role. And there's not much money to this effort at the state. It's really kind of a coalition of the willing, including groups of folks at the university. But we're doing what we can to meet that unfunded mandate, but also just because we think it's important. So getting to my main point is, I think maybe there's room in there also, Kirsten, if there's interest among the students around subtopics that overlap with sea level rise, and particularly economic impacts or natural resources, environmental management related topics around sea level rise. This fall, the timing would be good to potentially get some results or summaries of those works, case studies, things like that, into both a state and a city commission, climate commission effort around that also. So wanted to put that topic, make sure that stays on the table as potential efforts. I don't know the ideal timing. We're thinking about it a little bit for reopening the sea level rise guidance. It's probably sometimes next year. There'd be a good overlap time with the state effort trying to conclude that at the end of next year. Maybe the sea level rise commission guidance here ramps up sometime early next year or mid next year as we start getting some preliminary draft results and things like that for the state-led effort, and seeing how those might inform each other. So number of thoughts there, but yeah, just wanted to keep that idea on the table too. And again, maybe opportunities for student projects if there's interest around that subject matter.
Okay, I am going to just share my screen again, and I figure we're just going to do this as a idea dump at this point. Does that sound like a good thought? All right, let's share this. Okay, so commissioners, feel free to throw particular topics. I just threw some ideas. Kirsten's the first one I have about the district solutions. Brad, I tried to put subtopics related to your sea level guidance. Did I hear correctly? Natural resources as a possible subtopic, economics. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, those are key aspects we'll be looking into and have been with the past sea level rise reports. So yeah, anything that relates to that or more around
Okay.
the hazards we're facing with sea level rise, economic,
Yeah.
social,
Yeah.
natural. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, Brad, I'm absolutely interested in thinking more about this. I think our understanding of sea level rise has increased the way we think about risk, the way we think about the public hazards of and the natural degradation from sea level rise. I think all of that would be worth revisiting, and definitely some student projects could potentially provide some of the analytical basis for a bigger product from the commission. So I see kind of two different ways, like directly supporting some of the action, activities of the staff, or providing some of the analysis that we would need as a commission to put together a new guidance note.
Any other comments from the commission before I open it to the office so we can have an online cross collaboration discussion? Good. All right. Tehani, you can kick us off with the office.
Hi,
Hi.
this is Tehani from the adaptation team. I don't think Alex is here, but I just wanted to chime in. We've been doing a little bit of thinking around CROW, Climate Radio Oahu Actions 5.1 and 5.2 related to wetland protection and restoration, particularly noting the need to protect wetlands against encroaching sea levels. We've dived into it a little bit, and I think from what we've learned, there's some challenges with defining what a wetland is because there's various definitions for it. And even the local mapping of it is kind of challenging from what we've seen. But I think if we had more of maybe some guidance on how to define it, it could help us to better think about like what the city could be doing or should be doing around wetland protection, particularly for sea level rise and climate mitigation. But yeah, maybe we could discuss at another time it's a very just preliminary idea that we haven't looked into a lot yet, but those are some of the challenges that have been coming up just in our initial research.
Wonderful, Tehani. Thank you. Alex, I saw you appeared, so I don't know if there's anything you want to add. We're just having an open. Oh, excellent.
Yeah, no, I joined to say exactly this. Of course, Tehani read my mind. But just to add some of the early parts of building the foundation of knowledge that I think, in addition to relating to being able to come up with a complete inventory of wetlands within all of their varying definitions that relate to the various ways in which wetlands are regulated. I think what the city needs is to figure out how we plug into the ability to protect wetlands from sea level rise, the ability to preserve space upland of where they are now so that they don't drown with sea level rise and have somewhere to retreat like beaches. And to that end, we've been working with the city's Clean Water and Natural Lands program a little bit to try and come up with some prioritization criteria to help them identify sites for preservation using that fund. And I think there is a lot that as we've started to dig in that we could use help just kind of figuring out. In addition, there are many intersections between cultural practice. So ecolo, habitat all kind of go together with some of these things. And then there are also plugins with both historical and future-oriented considerations. So, of course, a map of today's wetlands would show a much smaller footprint than what has historically been wetland habitat on Oahu because of past development. But also I think for students who are interested in the sort of history of it, there's a lot to be looked at there. As we think about like what does it mean to set a net loss goal, for example, like using what baseline, historical or modern. And then I think looking forward as we think about retreat and long-term adaptation planning, the incorporation of wetlands into the vision of what could happen on land that's retreated from, that's currently developed is also a deviation from the current footprint of what is wetland, right? So I think as we think about the future of silvirized wetlands, we need both the historic and future oriented, as well as we're just starting with trying to wrap our minds around what the current data is around today's wetlands, but we need all of it. So thanks.
Wonderful. Great. Thank you, Alex. I just tried to capture the high level points of it. So if you and Tehani want to give something more specific, please share. But I think we're just going to use this as discussion and build off from there. Sarah.
Thank you. And thank you to Commissioner Olson for bringing this up and for taking the time to just have an initial discussion with Matt and I earlier this week, last week. It's all going so fast. I did want to just reiterate one of the items that we talked about to ensure it was captured in Chair Islam's notes, and that was around the idea of post-disaster recycling, specifically related to construction and demolition materials. That was an item that we talked about maybe exploring more to understand the cost benefit values of trying to see if the city could support a program like this, what that might look like, if there were other communities doing something similar. So that was an area of interest that we did want to explore further, potentially with a student. That is a consideration in the city's long-term disaster recovery plan's technical appendix. So that's why we're interested in just exploring that a little bit more in depth. Another one that may be somewhat related to the wetland protections is there's also recommendations around establishing like riverine and stream buffers. We do recognize, though, that that's a bit of a challenge, particularly on island, because it's such a patchwork quilt of ownership. So that may be another area where there's complementary interest in addition to the wetland protection, or maybe separate. But I did want to also just add that as a consideration. So thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. I just want to clarify, did I hear demolition and disaster material or is it construction material?
Thank you. It is construction.
Yeah,
So it's
that's
construction.
what I thought. I was like,
yes. You're like,
I was
what?
like, this doesn't make sense, but thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Excellent. So I think we have some good ideas. Commissioner's Resiliency Office, any other ideas you want to add to this list? Is there anything from the list, from the past guidance documents that would be helpful? Jason, I'm going to go to you.
Thank you. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just wanted to add that the food program at least has a strong relationship with Dr. Subhashini Raj at the Department of Urban and Regional Planning. And
Yeah.
I know that she has done a lot of, her students have done a lot of work, not only supporting the food plan,
Yeah.
but in doing work that has helped the city, especially, for example, related to community gardens through their capstone projects. And so I just wanted to flag that, and maybe there's an opportunity to really coordinate and get a kind of a big picture view of all the ways that our office is working with the various departments at UH.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jason, yeah, I was actually going to flag that obviously as a professor in the ag school, would love to have some projects. We have a lot of a lot of students who come wanting to look at food resilience, food systems, so projects. But I also want to reiterate that point that you're making, that I think the office, if they are working with in different formats with the university, could serve as a kind of lessons of what works well, right? Because each professor does their own course, right? And has their own learning objectives, of course. But from our side at the university, sometimes it's hard to know what's most useful and what others have lessons learned from other courses, other formats, etc. So insofar as, you can say, well, what works well in working with the university, I would be really happy to have those discussions to ensure that, the work that the students do and that the professors put in ends up being something really useful.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I think a really great example from this last semester was in Dr. Raj's planning class. They incorporated the draft plan of the Oahu Food Systems Plan into their curriculum. And they created kind of their own recommendations. And actually, those are published on our website now. And we're going to give them credit in the food plan and everything. So I think that's a really, I love your point, Commissioner Olson, and would love to continue talking more.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jason. Okay. We have a couple of items I just want to further address. Is there anything from here that we feel we want to migrate over to this list? I will share two screens or two programs. Let's see. So we can look at them together. Dr. Fox.
Thank you, Chair Islam. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm not yet seeing some of the gap areas that CCSR just doesn't have the personnel and the resources to be able to implement at all in the next 2.5 years. And so I'll continue to keep advocating for that. It's an area where these partnerships and strategic collaborations around assessments and studies and research and data gathering really can help to supplement the energy and effort of the office. Because right now in our administration, we're really focused on implementation, action, and execution. And so I just continue to ask the commission, as you work with other professors, to please do help keep that in mind. And then we have a number of large scale initiatives that are critical to our agency's success and investments. And so those will always kind of be top of mind for me, where the design of those initiatives and those projects could definitely be better informed by some of the solid assessment and research and data and fact finding that you folks can help to bring in as outside experts. So I continue to ask for those to be a part of your consideration as you speak to Professor Bruno and Dr. Kaufman as well.
Thank you, Dr. Fox. Implementation phase. Love it. Okay. Anything that could get carried over that you think is relevant? If not, I think we have this as our initial list.
Sorry, Director Fox, I'm slightly, so are the ones on the left side of our screen your priorities or the gaps? Like which are the gaps that in particular where you don't have the capacity? Can you just make sure those are obvious to us?
Yeah, so that's been a part of our email string with Professor Bruno and Dr. Kaufman, Commissioner Olson. So those will be the ones that I continue to highlight. And then of course, some of our large scale new initiatives around that, especially Chair Islam has been helping to communicate some with our team around the built environment and how we're working much more effectively around 30% of our emissions in that sector too.
Thanks, Dr. Fox. So Commissioner Olson, just to clarify, these were initially identified by Dr. Fox in the office, the recent cess bill conversion with the green, supported by the Green Fee, Glenn Yamamoto's office, and the Climate Resiliency Fund, Climate Equity, Invasive Species, Zero Waste. I could see Zero Waste nicely folding into this conversation here and just like a larger sort of discussion of what do various waste streams look like, right? How are they managed? How could they be optimized? How could we rethink them, right? And then I'm going to add this, which we just previously discussed. So I'll share that I've had a few conversations with Marissa, our energy manager here, about kind of just our multifamily space and the efficiency behind that. But I've also sort of pointed out some other ideas, which I think I've shared with the team about just gaps that I see in our build space and really where I think investigation on policies, not just in other places, but really how to investigate what are the policy barriers within our city to really kind of present these ideas. I think one thing tied to that has always been this conversation because we're trying to do better, right? The status quo is just never going to work for just climate adaptation. Um, is the real nuts it is that we have to offer or look at incentives, right? There's a limited number of incentives that can truly be offered by the city, and each city department it has various um, objectives, right? So I think one thing could be like what is truly feasible within a city framework, right? How do inter-offices work together on shared outcome goals? Um, I think conversation of incentives is really an opportunity, um, Commissioner Olson, that maybe the students can dive into. There are some creative ones out there, but I think an exploration of airspace within a developer's portfolio asset might be something creative to look at. It's one thing that we might be able to offer, but also then using it as a lens to value um, what are things like cultural historic assets that could be protected, right? And then what is that value of buildable space FAR that they have on that potential property or development that could then be exchanged to other parcels, right, within their portfolio of assets. That could be an incentive that the city could offer that has no true monetary value that they have to put in. So incentive structure, I think, is really important to look at because we don't always want to enforce, right? You want to balance out. So, but encourage. So, anyways, um, Commissioner Otsuka.
Yeah, Commissioner Olson, I just wanted to bring up, like, are there any key recommendations from our tourism guidance document that you think the students could help address? So I was just pulling up our document and looking through that and wanted to see if there's anything that sort of sparks your memory of our list of recommendations for research purposes for your students.
Well, you're putting me on the spot. Let's switch my brain to that. Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing because while it hasn't come out yet, so it's not on the list yet. There were a number. Yeah, we could. Well, I'll have to give me a moment. Let me pull them up. Pull the.
I guess while you look, Commissioner Olson, I'm interested because you have an environmental economics background on the economic valuation of horizontal evacuation, specifically walk bike transit, for example, and maybe what what value that is to the city, in addition to sort of more obvious like things like evacuation time, and like lives saved, for example, or even just the value of walk bike transit infrastructure in general. It doesn't have to be evacuation specific. I think that would help close a lot of the gaps that I hear from like folks who are not so super keen on walk bike transit infrastructure. Is we subsidize this so much, but we're not really clear on what the economic valuation of those investments are. I think it would be helpful in providing that information to decision makers.
That's a great point. So I do have our draft tourism guidance up. I mean, the gaps that we identified in version 2.3 was that there's no systematic tracking of visitor greenhouse gas emissions within the inventory framework. Second, visitor water use is not disaggregated from residential demand in utility billing or drought planning. That no visitor-specific indicators exist in the city's hazard mitigation plan or emergency shelter capacity analysis. Fourth, tourism's contribution to impervious surface expansion and groundwater recharge loss is not tracked as a planning metric. that the food system carbon footprint from visitor consumption and hotel restaurant food waste is unmeasured. Short-term rental distribution is not integrated into housing, water, or climate risk planning. And finally, no consistent reef or trail condition monitoring framework is linked to visitor use intensity thresholds. And again, these are draft. We haven't updated everything with the comments, but those are the gaps in measurement and planning that we identified. And I want to acknowledge Auntie Casey's comments as well in the just in light of this, that a lot of the comments that she's making is about development and over tourism of the Kahuku area, the kind of rural area, North Shore, which is aligned with some of these gaps in carrying capacity studies. So yeah, I think we should include we could include the follow-up to the tourism document on our list as well.
Okay. So I think that's great. So do you want to just merge these two lists and then cross out things that we feel are kind of already covered in this? Because this list here on the right of my screen is kind of a output of this discussion here. We could add these to the list. Is that helpful? Or is it too, I mean, I think broad topics is probably good at this point with the courses. And we will then probably, I'm assuming, be informed which ones bubble to the top. Dr. Fox?
Yeah, I think it would be great. It would be great just for as a course instructor to have the topics with a point person to follow up with in order to fine tune. That might be the best.
Okay. Commissioner Romine, I'll get to you, Dr. Fox, soon. Commissioner Romine?
This is real quick. I just quick correction to your notes there, Chair. Regarding the second topic, state update to be completed, or related to the sea level rise report, should be state update required to be completed by December 2027, not June.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Director Fox?
Thank you, Chair and Commissioners. I love combining the list and with the Commission's consideration as you folks liaise with other professors and academic subject matter experts. Perhaps this is something we think of as the next 2 or 3 years of work that you can help to support and facilitate across the range that Professor Bruno has proposed to us via email, which is short-term single semester interns all the way through multiple year capstone fellows. And I think that really helps guide what some next steps might look like if we were to say put this into a matrix, because some of these projects do seem maybe much more aligned to one semester and 1 to 3 students working on them at a time. And then some of these definitely look like they might take a year or 2 of work, and they might need more oversight and guidance and mentorship by the professor in charge as well. So I just would ask that we combine the list and we continue to put it into a format so that we can work together to make sure that this is where we build from. And I think then the complementary nature, not only within the university, but with the commission will, I hope, be really a great start to some partnership and work getting done.
Yeah, I think that makes total sense. Yes, some of these topics are much more than a semester project. Commissioner Olson, to your point of contacts, are you thinking those are point of contacts at the commission, point of contacts outside of the commission? I think to clarify the topic, it might be point of contacts with the commission. Okay, so what I'd like to suggest, and Director Fox, I always go back and forth. I would like to get your thoughts on this. I do like the idea of developing a comprehensive Excel. I love Excel. Is how do we share this with the commissioners so that we can have various commissioners self-elect who they if they think they're the appropriate point of contact to further develop out a topic, right? Um, is there someone in the office that I could share this master list, I can start the list, share the master list to, and then they can be the vehicle to send it out to the commissioners, and the commissioners can then send it to them. So we're not conflicting with Sunshine, but yet we're still progressing this Excel forward. Maybe we can present this Excel at our July meeting, and we can defer the vote and just finalize the vote then.
Yeah, I think that's exactly the right next steps for action to keep within our policies and procedures, Chair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and work with Havan on that.
Okay.
And what I might suggest is that we actually create some type of identification rubric. So
Okay.
if commissioners want to be the lead or the co-lead versus if you're just interested and want to support the topic in general,
Yeah.
I think that will also help because if I recall back to our May conversations, we do also want to be mindful of the time and what the total hours of commitment are
Yeah.
ideally per month. And I think that will help us make sure that we filter through and then make sure that there's no more than 2 commissioners on any one project. So we can certainly take that on. And I think that's perfect suggestion, Chair.
Okay. Wonderful. Commissioners, does this sound like a good idea? Next steps? We will defer the vote today, but we have a draft of these two. Imagine them merged together. And then we will make a kind of adoption of this list at our July meeting. And then Kirsten, we can share it out with you and then Professor Kaufman and Bruno at that time. Hopefully that cadence will work for your beginning of the semester. If not, let us know. I'm sure we can just give the draft version. So, okay, great, wonderful. Before I go to the next topic, I know we have a bunch of comments. Thank you, Casey, for throwing them into the chat. I think Commissioner Olson addressed a good portion of that kind of related to the carrying capacity up in the Kahuku sort of area. Yeah, but are there any other comments the public might have to our approach right now? Our charter is really to kind of provide the latest science and trends. And so this is kind of the first time we're doing this very transparent process of idea generation through multiple kind of collaborators with the city, the commission, the university. All right, great. Well, thank you, everyone. I appreciate you guys taking the time to have this discussion. I think it was necessary and something we've been talking for some time. And I think the impetus of this was Commissioners Olson was, hey, we have this graduate course, so let's get going. So thank you, Kirsten. Okay, I'm going to move on to item number 7, which is discussion of our next meeting date. I think we have it tentatively set for July 31st at our usual 9 a.m. time. Maya or Laban or Dr. Fox, do you think you could confirm that? I can't recall if we have anything tentatively posted in our calendar.
We have the time held on our side,
Okay.
Chair Islam. So confirming that that's the date and the time that we currently have held for us.
Okay. Wonderful, great. Do you recall if we have any other future meeting dates tentatively held?
Yes, in Vice Chair Otsuka can confirm too. We have the rest of the year actually penciled out.
Okay.
So we have those held as well.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. So commissioners, that date still work with everyone? 31st, 9 a.m. Right. Great. Okay.
Sorry, Chair, really quick. I thought we were going to poll for September and on. Do we have dates set? Did I forget that?
Dr. Fox just said we have all the dates pulled for the rest of the year. Is that
here, I see it.
correct?
I'm sorry. September 25th is the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry
Yeah.
about that. Thank you.
No, that's
Maybe
okay.
perhaps with the change of the composition of the commission, I can work with
Mm,
Havan and we'll go ahead and send out, we're halfway through the year. Let's go ahead and
yeah.
send out the second half of the year to make sure we would have quorum anyway, since now we don't know what the appointment and confirmation process timetable would look like for a fifth
Hmm.
commissioner. So I think it's probably in our best interest to make sure we poll it so you have quorum.
Yeah. And then commissioners, when you get those meeting holds, if those times don't work for you, then let the office, let Havan know. And then if it seems like we don't have established quorum on those dates, then we will look to get new times going, a new date and times. Yeah, and then quorum now that we're down to 4 is 3, correct, Dr. Fox? So we'll need at least minimally 3 commissioners at our meeting. So, okay.
I'm sorry,
Yes,
one
go
more thing.
ahead.
Do you see Commissioner Olson's comment about unable to make the July meeting? I just want to let you know.
Yeah, so I think if the 3 of us can still make it, Commissioner Ramine, myself, and Commissioner Osuka,
Yes.
we're still good to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, and then we are taking a break in August and then resuming in September. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. So item number 8, communications correspondence from the public. We actually did receive correspondence from the public, and I had it open and I closed it. Gosh, 1 second. Or Maya, do you have that communication available? It was from Jabson regarding an upcoming conference.
Do you want me to share screen?
If you have it by share, yes. I had it and
Okay.
I closed it by accident.
It's this one.
Yes, so we received this invitation by One Health as part of the Jabson One Health interest group, and they have a conference coming up on July 5th regarding kind of the intersection of natural disaster, climate change, health resiliency, and they have invited us there. So I think it's a wonderful opportunity. Um, I think this is in your packet, so if you're interested in attending, the link, that hyperlink will take you to registration. You can RSVP. So I don't know if there's anyone on the line from One Health who shared it with the commission. If you want to share anything more about the upcoming conference on July 5th. Hyperlink does not work. Oh, okay. Well, I would say, Dr. Olson, if you're interested, you can email jabson1health@gmail.com and share it with them that you got this correspondence.
Oh, here, it's working
Yeah.
in the email, so I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner Osuka. And then public also, I think this is open to the public. I'm not sure, but I think all could be welcome to attend this. It looks to have a keynote presentation and some interactive workshops. So plan to be engaged. Is kind of the problem. Yeah, wonderful. I think that was the only communication that we received from the public ahead of this meeting. So we'll note that in our minutes. And then again, commissioners, if you're interested in attending, please use the link. I guess that Kiana added to the chat.
And commissioners, if you attend, please do let me know. I've been invited to present. Yeah. So it'd be nice to coordinate schedules and see each other on the weekend.
Yes. Oh yeah.
At my alma mater.
Wonderful. Well, I'm glad you're presenting, Dr. Fox. Okay. Moving on to item number 9. And this is where we can address your question, Casey. Public input for matters not on the agenda. So I'm going to go straight to your comment, Casey. Question: study needed, climate increases, tsunamis. If a close-in tsunami would arrive in 20 to 30 minutes, how high could a close-in tsunami be? A range of height So important for narrow coastal Kamehameha Highway up to the windward coast for safety. So, Brad, I don't know if I don't want to put you on the spot, but do you want to address this comment? I think it's partially also related to
And
our discussion on topics. But Casey, go ahead if you want to expand.
I apologize that I've written so many questions in. It may take you an hour to go through them. So
Happy to respond to that a little bit regarding the tsunami comment question, but I saw Kiana's hand go up before that.
You can go first, Brad.
Okay. Well, Casey, thank you for the comments, questions. I think by a close-in tsunami, the most likely scenario, maybe what you're referring to, is one generated possibly at on Hawaii Island, and that is a worrying scenario. I could do some more research on this. I'm not aware of a connection between climate change and tsunami generation. I don't believe there is one. I guess maybe the closest one I can think of right now relation would be just increased water level already with sea level rise underneath a tsunami that could exacerbate, strengthen the impact somewhat. But it is an important topic nonetheless, and certainly key to looking at things with a multi-hazards approach. So I think it is a very important topic to raise in that regard. So I'll just leave it at that, and thank you for the comment.
Thanks, Commissioner Momai. And Casey, yes, if you would like to email your comments to us, you can email it to cc@honolulu.gov. We can then look at it and maybe more formally try and address it at our next meeting. We do open it up for any public comments related to the agenda. So thank you, Maya. Commissioner Osuka.
Yeah, hi Casey. I have on my list of follow-up items to follow up with my colleague at the Hawaii Department of Transportation. They mentioned to me about a year ago that they're working on a long-range plan for Kamehameha Highway in the Ko'olauloa area. So I'm write to her and ask for an update. And I can hopefully provide you, or at least point you in the right direction of where you're able to provide comments to them as they plan for the future of Kamehameha Highway. I imagine it includes things like carrying capacity and then looking at flooding and sea level rise for the region. So I'll let you know when I hear back from my colleague.
Great, thank you, Commissioner Osuka. Casey, I see your mic.
Yeah, I quickly, because the community was asking, is there anything in your food study on things like the Hawaiian icebox, which is fishing, limo collection, crabbing? That's so important in our rural area for our local families, especially Hawaiians, ranching and hunting also. And also with this climate change and overdevelopment pushing on both sides, there's problems with traditional gathering and of course fishing also. So I didn't know if that was included in the food study or could be. Those were the recent requests I have gotten from the community on that issue. And of course, on the for the reconstruction, of course, it's Kamehameha Highway for this side. And as you had all mentioned, and Professor Olson, the illegal vacation rentals, but also that the huge monster turbines at Kahuku are, the EIS says they only can withstand a Category 1 hurricane. So if they go down, we haven't gotten an evacuation plan from AIS, and also how long will that take to get the electricity back up? So that's another concern. Many concern for our side, and we'd love students and researchers to come out, look at local things, and just remind them we have the best food around. Mahalo.
Thank you, Casey. Maya just through the food systems plan which is open till June for comment. So I welcome you to look at it and maybe share it with your other community members. But Jason, since you're still on, I'm not sure if you're maybe able to address some of the initial questions Casey had about, hunting and gathering food systems.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for raising those concerns from the community. Yeah, I'm thinking about how hunting and gathering is addressed in the food plan. And I think, there's sections on increasing access to underutilized city lands. Yeah, I would like to think a little bit more on that. In order to be able to give you a good response. But I certainly welcome and appreciate you sharing those priorities. And we'll think of how that can be incorporated into this kind of broad level, big picture planning document. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Well, thank you, Casey, for your comments. We really appreciate them. I've made a note for us to kind of look more into this area and do some investigation. So thank you. But I do encourage you to send the comments to us at ccc@honolulu.gov. With that said, Maya, I think, do we have any comments or items from the public that are not on the agenda that we should address at this time from Facebook Live? Thank you, Maya. No comments. Okay. With that, I'm going to move to item number 10, announcements. Any announcements that we'd like to share? I have something I just heard on HBR this morning, and I wanted to push it back to the group, maybe to you, Brad, if you knew anything about it. It was from the climate portal. They were saying that there was more specific localized weather information for certain kind of ahupua'as on the island. I haven't had a chance to dive into it further, but I was curious if you knew anything about that.
Yeah, I'm not involved in that project, that effort.
Hmm.
I think Ryan Longman might be the contact at the University of Hawaii for more information on that. So
Okay.
yeah, could reach out to him.
Okay. Okay. I just thought it was great to hear that. It's like more specific, more readily available for people. So I'm interested to see what those files look like. Wonderful. Okay. Any announcements from the office further than what you shared, Dr. Fox, in the beginning? Thank you, Kirsten, for sharing that link. Okay. If not, I'm going to call this meeting to adjourn. I tried to make it 2 hours since we've had a lot of 3-hour meetings. So I appreciate everyone's participation in today. And I'm going to give you back 10 minutes of your morning. So have a wonderful Friday, great weekend, and we will see you in July. Thank you, everyone. Great meeting today.
Thank you, commissioners.
Bye.
Hall chair.
Mahalo.